I think it was a Real Deal article and I want to ask about the map room, but they were talking about one of the rooms that you have there, and it was you leaving JLL and starting your own firm. But you said something to the effect of, I don't think 30 to 40% of my clients even know the company I work for. The clients, they choose the person usually before the company. And I definitely see that in our work. And I think your one caveat was, unless we're talking about multinationals that have a very specific mandate. Yeah, maybe you could expand on that a little bit.
Sure. I think what it really comes down to is the understanding that the different aspects of commercial brokerage are very, very different businesses. Office leasing is a very, very different business from mortgage brokerage, and very, very different from investment sales. If you look at office leasing, if you're working with big users of space, occupiers of space, they're in space all over the nation, all over the globe. And they may really like to work with a firm that they can leverage off of in different cities, different countries. And I think mortgage brokerage operates the same way. I was shocked as I got to know the mortgage brokers at JLL well, that for most of them, 75% of their business was done outside of New York. So having that global platform, that global footprint was very important. But the investment sales business is very, very local. Most of the sales brokers I know work only in New York. And there are some that work in other markets and things like that. But I think it really is much more of a local business than the other disciplines are. And so I think, from what I've seen, particularly with the non-institutional owners, there are 30, 40 big institutional owners that are giants. And I think they feel as if they need to spread business around to a number of the larger firms. But when you talk about private capital, when you talk about high net worth individuals and families, they're relying on their relationship with the broker. I don't think anybody hires somebody because of the firm. And maybe the firm will help you get in the door, might get you the meeting, might grease the skids, so to speak, to get you in there. But at the end of the day, you have to develop that relationship with the client based on your capability, your market knowledge, your likability, and you build that relationship. And I really do believe, I said it and it wasn't tongue in cheek, I think 30, 40% of my clients have no idea what company I'm at. And that was actually the thing that precipitated the whole baseball business card. I was trying to make almost a joke of letting a client who had been a client for over 30 years, who 4 years after I had been at JLL mistakenly thought I was still at Cushman & Wakefield. And so I had to tell them, no, I've been at JLL for 4 years. And so as a kid, I always collected baseball cards. And I was the kid who always spent more time looking at the back of the card than the front. Yeah. And I loved the stats. And so I said, you know what, let me put this baseball card together for this guy. And I was just going to send it to him. And all the guys at the office saw it and said, wow, BK, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. You got to do a lot of these, send these out. And one thing led to another, and now it's kind of gone viral, I guess you'd say. But it's a neat way to show what you've been doing, where you are, and that kind of thing. But yeah, I think investment sales is a very, very local, very personal business.